Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church and our divine service. For those who don't know me, I'm Ray Robinson. I'm the Supreme Ayatollah, Archbishop and Pope of Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, though my wife has some running as well. So, Sarah, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. It's lovely to join you all this morning.
Thank you for being here. And we had some confusion last week with you, but we're all here, with us and you, not just you. We're all here. Friends, for those who may or may not remember online, our daughter-in-law, Claire, gave birth to a beautiful little bouncing boy, 8 pounds, 12 ounces, I think. And a wonderful service here with us at Wimbledon Church. It's so nice to see so many friendly faces here. There's a couple of enemies as well, but I live past them. So have a great day with us and have a great time. And Sarah, I'm so pleased that you're here. It's a long time since we've seen you physically here in the church, but hopefully next time.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Who knows? But through the great interweb, you're here. And that's great. That's wonderful. So, Sarah, I would ask you to open our meeting with prayer.
If you can all join me in prayer, please. Divine and gracious Spirit, we welcome you here this morning. We ask that you bring your love, your comfort and your joy with you and bring the upliftment that everybody needs. The messages can be passed on and the two worlds blend together. We ask that you send healing into the universe to wherever it is needed the most, especially those places that have been caught up in situations that have been taken out of their own hands. Let's pray for Ukraine. For those that need their help, allow them to receive it and to be able to take it and feel the joy that they will feel that somebody is looking out for them. But I also ask that you send love to Russia, and that might be a really hard thing for some of us to do. But I ask you to send it because the more love we send to Russia, the better things will heal and the quicker things will come to peace. So do send that love. For those that are taking their transition into the new world, allow them to step forward and be brave and to enjoy meeting up with their loved ones over there. Those that are left behind, give them the time and the permission to grieve and know that everything will come all right. The animals of the kingdom, they give us such unconditional love and they ask for very little back. There's lots of people in our own country that need help as well. They need guidance to go forward and they need a helping hand. Allow them to receive that help as well. And we leave this service in your hands. Amen.
Friends, can we now say the healing moment all together? Those who you know that are in need of healing of mind, body and spirit. And our first name on my list this morning is a lady called Pam Cox, who transited to spirit last week. She's a part of my early life in spiritualism. When I was about 12 or 13, I first met her, and her husband was my ministry mentor and trainer, or one of them. And Pam had been in a home for a number of years, and she wasn't her best the last time I spoke to her, but she kept saying to me she can't wait to go home and meet Harold, her husband. So I'm thinking of Pam, Claire and Oscar, Kelly and Stephen, Jane, Jill, Amber, Shirley, Babs, Mary, Jean, Lauren, who has migraine, that's Shirley's granddaughter, and Val's mum. We ask for healing for all those people and all those names deeply inscribed in our hearts and our minds, and that the love of spirit will manifest itself and heal them according to divine law. So we'll have a few moments silence and then we'll all say the serenity prayer. Amen. We'll have the serenity prayer up if we can, Richard, please. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much indeed. The prayers and opening invocation are very meant for this world of today, Sarah, so thank you. We're now going to go round with the plate with George here, and anyone wishes to donate online, It's there's a link you can donate to, and it will go to the work and the mission of the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. I think Richard might do a few adverts while this is going on ahead as well, so please pay attention to the adverts. Sunday sofa today, 4 o'clock. Our mediums stroke readers frauds, live and interactive discussion. I bet that's going to be really fantastic. Brunch tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And Dawn will be leading the brunch tomorrow. She's, I know, going to be really good. Got to give you that badge. SPTV, Mind, Body and Holistic Fair. It's going to be in June, the 11th of June, from 10 o'clock till 4:30. There's a lot going on there, really is. And many different types of stalls and workers and people being there. And there's so much we're going to be offering to the public. So please come along and join us if you can. Thank you. So we'll say hello to a few names on screen. Afterwards, we'll have the reading. Mark Hay, good morning and welcome. Healing to your granddaughter. I'll put that in the book in a moment. Barbara, good morning and welcome. Millie, hello, how are you? Good morning, Wendy. Have a lovely day. Jill Ross, hello, Jill, how are you? Lovely to see your name up there. Margaret Bartley, hello, how are you? This is a member of our Wimbledon and Womble Church, and she also became a great-grandmother again this week, so she's doing very well. Christine, hello from Spain, how are you? Julie Rampton, hello, have you enjoyed our service this morning? Pat Bree, hello. Susan Ellis, hope you have a lovely time with us. Terry Wall, hello Terry, how are you? Rosie, how are you? Good morning and welcome to our service. Mary Dixie, good morning, hope you're well. Kelly, good morning from Australia, or should we say good day? You got a tinny in the icy, or the frosty, snowy? Should have probably stopped there after the good day. Christine Moraes, good morning and welcome. Fiona, good morning and welcome to Wimbledon Church. Kim, good morning and lovely seeing you a few weeks ago. Hope you're well. Diane Burston, hello and welcome to Wimbledon Church. Claire, good morning and welcome. I have a couple more. Sally, good morning and welcome. If you want to come up, Phil. Alison, good morning, welcome. It's lovely seeing you. Have a lovely day. Trish Woods, good morning, welcome. Debbie Gallagher, good morning. Julie Caswell, good morning, Julie. Hope you're feeling better, love. Another one of our Wombles. James Fornelli, good morning. Have a lovely service with us. Okay, well, I'm happy to stop. Phil's going to give the reading for the morning.
Thank you, Ray. Good morning, everybody. And today I'm reading And Death Shall Have No Dominion by Dylan Thomas. And death shall have no dominion. Dead men naked, they shall be one with the man in the wind and the west moon. When their bones are picked clean and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not. And death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion under the windings of the sea. They lying long shall not die windily. twisting on racks when sinews give way, strapped to a wheel, they shall not break. Faith in their hands shall snap in two, and the unicorn evils run them through. Split all ends up, they shan't crack, and death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion. No more may gulls cry at their ears, or waves break loud on the seashores. Where blew a flower, may a flower no more lift its head to the blows of the rain. Though they be mad and dead as nails, heads of the characters, hammer through daisies. Break in the sun till the sun breaks down, and death shall have no dominion.
We're now going to have the address for the morning, and I would ask you all to pay attention. I'll turn the microphone off here for a moment while you're talking, and then we get to the next bit where we, after the address, give me a few moments and I'll explain everything, Sarah, to what's going to happen next.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay, I'm taking the mic off here now.
Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to be with you this morning. With everything that's going on in the world, it does make you question why everybody has to go through things that happen. And I want to touch on why we have to go through bad things as well as good things, because we take so much for granted. And I was talking about this the other day, that we all sit here, we've got our comforts, we've got our homes, if we're lucky enough, we've got our roof, and we've got enough food in the shelves. And I don't know how many of you go about your life and you go to the supermarket, you walk around there and you think, what am I going to buy? There's nothing here that I want. Yet we've got shelves full at the moment. And then there's the other side of the world where they haven't got that luxury at the moment, where they can't get food, they can't get fresh water, and it's all been ripped away. It's brought compassion. And I think that's really important. It's opened our eyes to the fact that at any time, things can change at a drop of a hat. And events are taken out of our own hands and we have no control. And that's got to be really frightening for anybody without having children in there as well. And if we can send love and positive thoughts out there, it's going to help them. And it's very much about raising the vibrations to allow those thoughts to go out as well. And it will have a rippling effect. And if we all join together, a few weeks ago, I don't know if it's still happening, but a few weeks ago, everybody got together and they've done a healing prayer to the world and to Ukraine. And I think if we do that, the same as we went outside and clapped for the NHS, it would have a massive effect. And the ripple would grow bigger and the healing would grow stronger and the effects would be amazing. And we were talking before we came on air, Ray was talking about healing and about his eye. And I hope you don't mind if I touch on that because it was an interesting subject. Well, a few months ago, I had a bad eye infection myself and I was on a healing course. And throughout that day, my eye was better. The moment I got home and I had a few hours away, that pain started to come back and my eye deteriorated. The next day when I went back into that healing energy, my eye didn't cause me a problem. So after the weekend, I didn't have that energy and that healing energy around me. So things got worse. So if we can all remember that healing is a fantastic thing that we can offer each other and to ourselves. It's not going to a guaranteed cure, but it will bring us relief and it will bring us some kind of calmness as well. And there's so many, it actually opened up a whole wide question, is if we're giving healing, why aren't we being healed? But we are. We're receiving it in ways that we need it. Some people will receive the ultimate healing, like you said, where they throw away the crutches or they start to hear again. Other people have to experience things a little bit longer, but it's amazing what the power of healing does. And that comes back to Ukraine. Keep sending healing thoughts there. Keep sending our prayers for the peace to help them. And also in my prayer, I said that send healing and love to Russia, because love will overcome almost everything. If we keep sending hate, we're going to allow that hate to boil over and to grow. And that's not what we want. We want to bring peace to everybody involved. We want to bring the neutral calmness to Russia. And that's why I asked for us to send love. And it can be really hard to think about doing that, but it's really important that we do try. And if we can't do it in person, just send a thought up into the universe, and that thought will grow into love and gather and grow in strength. But I want to also talk about how we change in life as well. Because if you think back to your own childhood and how you grew up, and you had your security blanket, you had your love from your parents if you were lucky, and your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, or even the next door neighbour, you were shown love and compassion. And we got to be grateful. And for those that weren't having that experience, they had a totally different one. But it's that experience that will take them into their adulthood and hopefully make them feel that they need to experience love as well. And that love will come in a different form. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say is whatever happens to us through life, we carry forward into our adulthood. And it's a bit like the spider. When your mum screams at spider, the child will grow that fear too. Whereas if you actually try to overcome your own fear and remove that spider from the room, that child won't have that fear with a bit of luck. And it's a very brave thing to pick up a spider, so you can always get a glass. So remember, our actions, our reactions will have an effect on those around us. And there's a lot of turmoil in the world, not just in Ukraine, but there's a lot all over the world where we've got the hunger, we've got the starvation, and we've got people that are being abused, unfortunately. Hopefully, they will receive the help and the guidance they need. And sometimes that help and guidance comes from people that have gone through those situations themselves, because they have an understanding of that person's thoughts, behaviour patterns and feelings, and they can help guide them to overcome them. And they may never forget, but they may find comfort knowing that somebody else has been through the same thing that they might have been through. So it's very important that we experience different aspects of life, and we have the hardship time when money might be tight, and we're all experiencing increases in food prices, petrol, also the electric and the gas. It's all a little bit unnerving for a lot of people, but we will come through it and we will overcome it. We've just got to take one step at a time. And there are charities and other people that are trying to help people in less fortunate situations. And it's a big, brave thing to go and ask for help. And I hope those that are in need of that help can find that courage. And that's a learning curve for us all, is to find the courage to step forward and to accept help. Because a lot of us are very independent, and being independent is a strong character, but it can also be a weakness as well, because we won't accept help. So I'm hoping that everybody will find the help and the guidance that they need. And it's coming back to what we personally learn throughout our own life. And when we are children, we tend to be on the shy side, or there's people that are on the shy side. Those people will overcome the shyness as they progress into adulthood because they're taken out of their comfort zone. Or you might have the opposite, where they're very boisterous and they might be knocked back. But basically, if you want to go and try something or achieve something, allow yourself to overcome your fears. Go and jump off a building and skydive. But when you jump off the building, please have a rope and do a bungee jump. And you can do two things there. You can fulfill your own dreams, but you can also raise money for a charity and help other people. Everybody's struggling, so you're not alone. And it's really important to know that you are not alone And there are many, many people that will help you. And the spirit world will help you as well. And you're going to ask me how that is, because they see what's going on around in your life, and they will draw close. And on those times where you feel like you're on your own, you might actually feel a sense of calmness and security as they draw close to bring their energy to you. So it's all about love for the whole world, and it's all about healing as well. And it's important that you start with yourself, self-healing, self-love, because if you don't love yourself and you don't heal yourself, you can't help other people. And how can you show love if you don't love yourself? So give yourself permission to love yourself, love others, and heal yourself, and send out all those positive thoughts into the universe so it travels and vibrates and builds in energy and positivity, and that energy will go to the right places. And I'm going to leave those words with you, with lots of positivity for you to start growing and sending out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much indeed. I'd not take away from what you said with your address, but I used to work for an organisation called the Greater World Christian Spiritualist Association, and their guide Zodiac, who was a founder of the movement, during World War II, he actually said we needed to fight an evil. It wasn't fighting the Germans, but it was an evil, I would say now, darkness. And I think it's very important with that. And I know we have to be careful what we say on Facebook and YouTube to do with what's going on in the world. But thank you very much for your address this morning.
Thank you.
Friends, we're now coming to that part of the service, perhaps it is part of the world, part of the service where our medium will demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit. If Sarah should come to you, speak to you, please answer clearly. And if you're answering online this morning, please answer by saying yes to, and explain to what you're saying yes to. And if you're saying no, explain to what you're saying no to. Here at the church, if anyone puts their hand up, I'll speak for them in the first instance. And we'll have a wonderful morning with you, Sarah. I'll turn the microphone off my end here, perhaps stop some of the echo, but have a great time and have a great morning, everybody, because this is where we bring the two worlds just that little bit closer. Thank you.
Thank you, and good morning again, everybody. So like Ray said, yeses and nos, and I do understand there's a time delay here, and it's taken me out of my comfort zone because we've got the online bit and we've got people in the church in Wimbledon, and that's actually a lovely feeling for me this morning to see how my guides are going to work. So I do have a gentleman that's drawing close, and I do feel that I'm a father figure. And if I'm not directly a father, I would have given you fatherly advice and I would have looked out for you. And he's telling me that he would actually take you under his wing and give you guidance and advice as well. And he's given me that he's quite nicely built, and I want to stand up straight with him. He's not quite 6 foot, so I'm about 5'10", around there. And I've got grey blue eyes here with me as well. I would have had a moustache in my younger days, but it wouldn't have been a very bushy one. It would have been quite a thin one. And I work with my hands, and he's also, I've got something in my hands. I'm holding something here. Now I do feel that I am local to Wimbledon because he's just said Wimbledon, so I want to connect somebody who knows this gentleman in Wimbledon. And I'm asking him what he's got in his hand. It's like a stick. Okay. I actually feel I'm conducting, or I'm doing something with this stick. I am telling people, I'm instructing people with this stick. So it's not a very long stick. So I am conducting. So there's some kind of music love here that I would have liked to. It's not on a big scale. It's in somewhere local, but I know there's music and there's big bands involved. So if anybody understands this.
There's nobody here at Wimbledon at the moment.
Okay, so if you understand any of this, there's also Derek. Derek's going to connect down his line as well.
Sarah, I think you're with me.
Am I?
Yeah, my dad was Derek.
Right?
And my dad was very good at conducting people.
Oh, okay.
And conducting situations. You can hear by the laughter.
Okay, but do you
and
understand?
He was about 5'6", 5'8".
Okay, but do you understand the music, the love of music? And I want the bigger band music.
He had an eclectic love of music, from rock and roll to jazz to quiet music. But we used to have here in church on Remembrance Sunday the big band, Fulham Big Band.
Oh,
And
okay.
they did that sort of jazzy 1940s swing music as well, and he liked that as well.
And do you understand that there's an anniversary coming up? I want a birthday coming up, so we're in April now, so it's going to come up.
My brother's birthday was the 21st last month, and my maternal nan's birthday was 31st of March.
Right, okay. I do feel it's coming up, Ray. So can you...
April. I'm not saying there isn't. I just can't think of one in April.
All right,
my
okay.
Jackie's not. Baby Jack. Yeah, there is a birthday in April.
That's fine. Okay. On a symbolic level at the moment, he's given me lots of change around you as well. There's lots of butterflies and a lot of change. I know you've got a baby coming in, but this is...
No, there's a lot happening in our lives.
Okay. Yeah, but it's all for a positiveness, and it's almost like you've been turned 360 degrees. You understand why he's given me that?
Yes, I do.
He said you've got a whole world. I know you've got a great experience. You have a whole world of knowledge that you can expand on. And he's given me the impression that you need to expand on it more. So do you understand why he's saying you need to expand more?
Yeah, I do.
Lovely. Okay. Okay. He's taken me to his knees. There's something more wrong than just arthritis. There's some kind of condition around his knees I want internally.
Yeah, the vascular problem in his legs.
Right, okay. Because I feel really uncomfortable with him as well.
He was in a great deal of discomfort.
Yeah, he's a very upright man when he was younger, and a very I can control. I know you said he stands up in front of people, but I can control rooms as well.
We could.
I can control people, and I can. He's got a very good judge of character as well, and of physical knowledge as well as spiritual knowledge.
Yeah, he had a very rare way of looking at spiritualism sometimes, unique to him.
But he still had that.
Yeah, no, I can imagine, yeah.
Okay, now he's bringing in green. Now for me, okay, so it's about peace around you, peace and growth. There's lots of growth he's given you here. But he's talking about somebody's left hand having issues on earth, like you.
Me.
And he just wants to send the massaging and get it moving. There's something about
and Jackie's got problems there as well.
So I do feel he's sending it there as well. And I'm also going to my right shoulder as well. So it's the left shoulder.
Both Jackie and I again, yeah.
Okay. So he's very much around you, which you're going to know about as well. But he's, okay. You are sending lots of prayers up, which he's telling me about. But there's one that's really important to both of you that you are sending out into the universe personally.
I understand that.
Okay. He's also talking about there's lots of writing to come for you both.
Yes. I've drawn up a couple of things. I've just written a history of stained glass window, and I've just got to get it typed up, and some other things I'm writing. And I know Jackie's doing lots with the library and writing things on the history of pioneers and stuff.
And he's talking about the black Labrador.
Black Labrador.
The black Labrador, or a black.
He had a Labrador style dog.
Yeah.
When he was a kid.
Okay, but I don't want it very close to him. But he's allowed it in the room.
It was his dad's dog, but he called it Peter Dog. So yeah.
All right. Now I'm asking him why he's coming through. It's about giving you well, he said confidence, but I don't feel you need the confidence. But he said confidence to go forward. Yeah,
I do understand that.
Lovely. And he's also about the peace of the mind, allowing yourself some time as well to unwind and not just focus on everything.
Yeah, I understand that.
So it's about you as well. He's taken me to somebody's. Is this your wife's tummy?
Tummy, yes.
Yeah, he's taken me there. So he's very much aware of what's going on and around, but he just he's bringing in a peace pipe.
Okay.
That's interesting. So I'm going to give you the peace pipe.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay. But he's encouraging you to take it wherever it's needed as well.
Yeah.
But you have free will. I'm going to leave his love with you.
Thank you.
There's also an Arthur in spirit.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And a Renee.
Yes. We just conducted Reenie's funeral, Jackie and I.
Okay.
She was the head of a church round here near
bless.
us, Malden.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's
take
nice.
his love.
That's
He
nice.
said you don't need to be told.
Okay.
It's nice to be told, and
No.
thank you for speaking with me.
No, I've been a bit opinionated in areas recently, and I need to smoke that peace pipe.
Oh, well, it's a big thing to admit it.
So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you,
you.
Sarah.
Okay, so I've got a lady that's stepping forward. And again, I feel that I'm an upright lady and I'm an upright lady in society. And it's really important to me how I am perceived to other people and to the outside world. That's really important. I'm very expressive with my hands as well. I'm about 5'4", 5'5". I'm on the slim build here. And my hair is always in place and I have got lots of lacquer and I do feel I've got a slight curl to it. And she is showing me that she's got that very mousy colour hair, but not blonde, it's mousy colour. And I am about here with my hair. I'm a very active lady and I'm involved in lots of different societies or groups. I want to be doing stuff and I want to be active and getting involved in. I helped lots of people here. I want to, I'm asking her where she belongs at the moment. Okay. She sort of wants to just talk about herself at the moment and not tell me where she belongs, so just bear with me. Tell me where you belong. And okay. I am hearing Hillsborough or something to do with hills. There's some kind of hill or Hillsborough that she's shouting out here for me. And I also want to go, I don't know where Hillsborough is, but I want to go to the west of the country. Now, I'm right on the West Sussex coast. So west to me is Devon and Cornwall and that side, Wales. Yeah, that is west to me. So that's where I want to go that way. So I don't know where Hillsborough is. I want to go west from where I am as well. She's taken me to her heart condition, and she's telling me that would have played up for quite a few years, but she still carried on going. She would have loved to dance, she would have loved to bake, she would have loved to garden. She's an all-round kind of character, but it's about being involved as well. I am hearing the name Maggie or Maggie, might be Margaret, but she's given me Maggie. So if anybody understands all this information, please put up your hands. She did pass with us. I feel there was a number of strokes she's talking about that would have slowed her up, and then she would have passed because of her heart there. If anybody understands that, there's a Bill in spirit that's around her. So if you find Margaret, you'll find Bill there. So Bill can be Robert or Billy even, but she said Bill here as well. And I've got Pamela, do you understand all of that for me? It must be all of it. She's also given me freesias. She's telling me there's a love of freesias. So if you can let me know if you understand it all, Pamela, that would be wonderful for me. But she's also going to her side, which is her left side underneath the breast, and going down, that would have given her aggravation, she's telling me. But I want to be nicely turned out. Hillsborough in Sheffield, love. Oh, Sally, okay. So can you both confirm if you understand all of it? I'm going to give you a June anniversary. That's going to be a birthday. And then later in June, so we've got the birthday around the 11th or 12th. And then later in June, we've got a passing there. So around the 22nd, 23rd there. So if you can just type in what you understand there for me, and I can keep going there. Now, she tolerated cats, she's telling me. So she's got a cat, but she tolerated it. So she's not a lover of cats. She would have preferred a dog, but she's given me the impression that she inherited this cat. So if whoever can understand that, please let me know there for me. I'm just having a look at her, what she's doing. She would have had a handbag, but she would have been one of those handbags that would have been on the arm rather than on the shoulder, and it would have been a nice neat bag. She's telling me that just had the essentials in, so she wasn't one for carrying the kitchen sinks there. I would have been a very busy organizer, and I just love to be around people and helping people. So there was 2 people there. If you can just type in for me if you understand what I've just said. My mum-in-law was a midwife. She was brought up in Wales. Okay, but does the rest of it make sense? I wasn't given midwifery or anything like that. I just know that I'm very involved with lots of different things. And it didn't look like a midwife bag. It looked like a normal bag. So, but I want to be out and about helping people and guiding them as well. There's also a Karen on Earth, so hopefully somebody's going to jump in a minute and understand that. There's a Karen on Earth, so this Karen will be around you, and I need to send healing to her. So if either of you can understand that for me. She's coming through. Okay. She drove a little red car. She's given me a little red car, not a big red car, just a little red car that got her around, and it was good enough for her. And I feel that she had this for many years. I'm not a big car, I'm a little red car. Yeah. Okay. Right. I need to connect. She's also given me Daniel as well. Pamela, you don't understand that. Okay, Pamela, okay. So I need to connect with somebody that can understand Daniel on Earth as well. Daniel should be very close to you. It could be a Dan, but she's talking about Dan very close to you on Earth. And who was it had Hillsborough? So if you can. Oh, right. Okay, she wasn't taking the message. Okay. So, Pamela, do you understand none of that or some of it for me? Just need some communication from you so I can carry on. There. She's her nails were done. My son is Daniel, please. Okay. All right, Pamela, can I carry on with you as well? Hopefully you'll understand where this little red car is that she's talking about. I want to be very busy around you, but I also feel that you have slowed down, is what she's saying. And she's given me that you are looking around for guidance and not sure which way to go forward. She lived in Brexhill. Okay, Pamela. She's talking about that there's different directions you can go in, and there's a little bit unsettlement around you. And she's come through to say you really do know what's right and what isn't right. And if she was here, she would tell you quite firmly which direction you need to go in. But she's also telling me it has to be your choice as well, Pamela. I hope you understand that for her. There is an event coming up because she's just picked up some cheese and pineapple on sticks. So there is an event coming up that she's hoping to come along on. Karen's mum's birthday was 8th of June, Grandad passed 22nd of June. Okay. Danny is my grandson. Okay. Our friend was at Hillsborough tragedy. Oh, bless. Okay. All right. Do you understand the red car? Because she's coming up with that red car. There's a party or an event that's happening soon that she says she's coming to. And I do want it soon. I don't want it in a few months' time. I want it soon that this lady's going to. And I want to be, but the main thing is whatever's going around you, she's saying you have slowed up because you don't know which direction to go through. And she's given me the impression that it's just so busy and so much going on. That's why you're not sure which direction to go to or what to do first, is more to the point, is what she's saying. But she's given the advice that if we actually write down everything we've got to do, and then you can go forward and you can make a plan. So I hope one of you is going to understand that as well. She's also talking about that the stress of life has taken its toll, because she's pressing onto my shoulders and she's saying you are feeling the weight of the world at the moment, but that will ease. And she's also given me, she's waving Oh, a pocket watch. She used to drive a red Mini. That's definitely her. On the granddaughter is 3 on the 18th of April. Okay, Pam. There's also something about a tiny little pocket watch. I don't feel it's a nurse's watch. I feel it's on a chain. So unless they had it on a chain, but there's something about a little pocket watch, a fob watch, she's correcting me, that she's saying is still around. You should know where it is, but it's a chain that's really important she's talking about. The chain's heavier, much heavier than the delicate watch, she's telling me. That's very true for me. Pamela, okay, she's saying write it down so that you can get it all clear in your mind. That's what she would have done, written it all down and then decided. She's telling me to score it. You're to score it, what's more important, and then go for the one that's most important and work your way through as well. She's also given me a willow tree to give to you, so I'm hoping you are going to understand why I've got to give you the willow tree. Okay, I understand. Actually, it's symbolically for you that it's about allowing your emotions to, that they're weighing you down like a willow tree branches. And my son has granddads, I think. Oh, right, okay. About the weightiness and the emotions that you're feeling right now. She wants you to release that. She knows it's really hard because of what's happened. And she's telling me that you've had a few knocks in the past, just recently, and that's why you're feeling what you're feeling. But she's saying you're going to keep going, you're going to be strong, you're a fighter, and it's really important that you find that for her, find that that inside you to carry on for yourself. You've got other people that look on you for a lot of help, she's telling me as well. So take her love, go forward with we had willow tree in front of garden, lovely. All right, take her advice. You have free will. You don't have to do what she wants you to do, but you do have free will. You are asking lots of questions, she's saying, and she's hearing everything you're asking, and she will draw close to you to bring that comfort and guidance. And I want to bring warmth to you as well when she comes near. So you're going to, she's talking about you feeling the warmth as she draws closer and comfort. Take her love and know that she's never left you. There is somebody on earth that feels that she's deserted someone, and she hasn't deserted. It was just her time to go. As hard as that is for a lot of people to comprehend and understand. My dad left me 16 years ago, and it's still hard for me. We just learn to accept and move on, so it will become easier for whoever is really grieving. So take her love, and thank you for working with me, Pamela. Thank you. I've got a gentleman that's drawing close, and I don't feel that I am an immediate, I'm a mum or a dad. I feel like I'm coming through on an uncle vibration, or somebody that would have been close to the family that way. And he's coming through, he's got building background knowledge, and I'm very handy with my hands, and my outlook on life is a positive outlook on life, and he wants to bring that positivity into people. It's very much about positivity today for people. He would have had glasses, he would have read the newspaper, he's telling me. The daily newspaper would have been really important to me. I do feel that this gentleman would have been a big part of whoever I need to connect with life. Although he wasn't immediate family, he's a very big part. And he's given me the impression that he's in his 60s. I don't want to be late 60s, I could be mid 60s is what he's shown me. And I'm very comfortable with who I am. But I do know I started to get aches and pains and couldn't carry on the building work. And I didn't quite get to live my retirement out, is what he's telling me here. And I also, I'm asking him what took him over. And I do feel that there's some kind of cancer condition there, because he's saying it went through me very quickly. So when he did find out, it was a little bit late to have a lot of treatment there as well. He's I am hearing the name Michael. I'm not saying his name's Michael, but Michael will connect somewhere around you, the person I need to connect with. And also they're giving me the month of May is an anniversary, and I want a birthday right at the end of May. So if anybody understands all this information, I have also got the name Robert. He's just shouted out Robert. Now, once you find one name, you should find the other name, and that should help you find where he is. I'm definitely not a direct relative. He keeps saying that as well. I want to be around bricks. I feel like I was more bricklaying or brick building than carpentry or anything else. He's given me lots of digestion problems. Okay, I can take this very jolly man, read newspaper, worked with his hands, had prostate cancer. Michael is my brother's name. Okay, lovely. So if I can work with you as well, I can't. Once I give out information, I can't remember what I've given. So if I do repeat it, I do apologise. But he's talking about how quick it changed his life and how quickly it took over as well. So he didn't linger, is what he's trying to say here as well. He's also talking about somebody on Earth that throat has been affected, or there's something going on with the throat area. I don't feel they need to speak their mind. Today is his anniversary of death. Okay, lovely, thank you. He's talking about, so on Earth, somebody's got some kind of issue with Robbie is my cousin, lovely. He's got I'm getting confused with reading and talking, so I'm just going to talk for a moment. He's given me that somebody on Earth has got a problem with their throat, and there's a lot of concern with this, how this person is thinking. So he did bricklaying and worked with his hands for a lot of things. Wonderful. Hopefully you understand where this person, I do feel there is a male on Earth that has a throat issue and it's worrying him. And what this gentleman is trying to say, if he's that worried, then go to the doctors and have his mind put at rest. Yes, took him a lot. Okay. But I'm a very upbeat, positive person, and he wants to bring that into you now. And he's taught, oh, okay. He would have bet on the horses. I don't know if you know that, because he's just run down the horses and he's saying, I'm going to choose this one. And it's got a Jack in. Not saying go choose it, but he's pointing to Jack. All right. But there's also a Jacqueline. Yes, someone needs to speak their mind. And my daughter has had tonsillitis for 5 months. Okay. All right, lovely. All right, that's bless her. Let's send lots of healing for her. And let's hope they resolve it for her quickly. I feel like he's just stepped back a minute for me. So, okay, the fact that he has stepped back is he's the type of person that once he said what he needed to say, then he would have been quite happy and relaxed with that as well. You should also understand a brother in spirit. Did you say something about a brother? But he's talking about a brother in spirit. There's a brother, and I feel that it might not be again a proper brother. It might be a brother who he connected with on a friendship basis, and he classed as a brother that way. Okay. He also he's given me July as an anniversary. I want a birthday and I want a passing in July, and we're going to December. We're going there as well. Now, what he did come through is about bringing peace of mind to you. Yes, he was very upbeat. Yes, he loved the horses, and the horses, my children have just asked to do horse riding. Oh, how wonderful. Well, Jackie is his sister. Wonderful. A nice energy to work with. And there is that song he's given me about smiling. And I think it was the two Ronnies or one of the comedian pairs that would have sung it. So he's given me that song, and I can't quite get it, but there's something about smiling, and he says you need to smile the whole way through. So what he's trying to say there is whatever is having an effect, keep smiling, because that's what's going to get you through, is just keep smiling. Okay. He's also given me an impression that there is a lot of emotion around you, that you are hiding from other people, and he's saying that's your way and that's okay, but allow yourself that time as well to release it and don't just hold on to it. So that's why he's saying you'll keep smiling. He's also talking about dinner times not being so hectic and busy, and I feel I don't feel like everybody sat down together. I feel that there's fragmented is what he's trying to say, and he's encouraging that to come back to a proper sit down meal there as well. July is my birthday. July my nan's birthday. December my daughter's birthday. Okay. I am going to leave his love, and yes, I do, with a big smile on my face after a hard few years. Okay. I am going to leave his love because he still loved and he respected everybody. And I do feel there's a big part of your family that he was involved in, not just one or two people, because he wants to embrace a lot of people there as well. If I haven't said Jack already, I've got to say Jack there as well. But if you go back into your family, there's going to be a Sylvia and there's going to be a Mary and a Don. And I know you're Dominic there, but I've got Don, D-O-N. All right, so hopefully you'll find where they fit. And I'm going to say thank you for working with me. Before he does go, he is giving me sunflowers, but I feel that is something to do with a memory or something that I have to give to you. And I know we've got sunflowers here at the church, but I want this on a stone or some kind of plaque. All right, yes, fragmented. Take his love. He's a very nice man to work with, and it's been lovely to connect with him. He would have had a dog as well, but I feel it's he's shown me it's a crossbreed, so it wouldn't have been a pedigree, and it's under the knee height, but I feel it was a very well trained dog because he's just brought it to heel. And so take his love, and thank you for working with me. Thank you. Just going to have a little more sip of water. Okay. I've got somebody that's coming in that would have suffered from headache, and it would have really come on quite strongly, and they're giving me the impression that it would have knocked them for a couple of days or more and wouldn't be able to do anything except for hide in the dark room. So it's more like a migraine as well, and it went right across their eyes and into their ears is what so I've got a gentleman because that's what he's given me. And I'm not a very tall gentleman. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", so I'm not overly tall. And I'm a slim frame as well, but it just suddenly came over me, and that was it. I couldn't do anything. I had to lay down. It affected my whole lifestyle. Going back here, yes, Mary Dom. Everyone calls me, yes, Sylvia. Yes, sunflowers I love. Okay, lovely, thank you. It's lovely to get feedback. So, lovely. Okay, so I've got this gentleman that's drawing close that isn't very tall. He's talking about the effect it had on him and how he had to change and adapt to that. It would have had an effect on his working life, and he's saying, I do feel I'm in my late 40s or early 50s with this gentleman. I just suffered too. Okay, Dawny, do you understand that I'm in my late, your dad is quite a small frame and not overly tall, and that he would have been in his late 40s and 50s when he was suffering these headaches. There's also, I do feel that I would have been a writer, and I would have been, when I say writer, I'm not an outside worker. I'm doing something inside, but that would have involved a lot of writing as well. But I'm not in an office as such, but I did a lot of writing, he's telling me, and calculations, and very detailed calculations that it would have done with his job as well. And that's why he couldn't work when he was having these headaches here as well. He's also talking about having his breath taken away. So it's all going to, I'm going to ask him to take this away for me because he really did feel unwell. I'm hearing David, so somewhere in the line of your family, there's a David. I want David in spirit. And there's also a Brian, and I want a Phyllis. So if you find one, you'll find all of them, but they're all connected to this line of wherever they go. So if you can type in the other bits you understand. There's also a May anniversary, and I do want a passing in May because I feel that I would need to mark that special day in May, and I want to be towards the end of May, and I want to be remembering and thinking back to those times as well that people shared. So if you just type in for me, we do have a little bit of a delay here as well. But he's taught that they are all for headaches, Brian was his best friend left. But he's also talking about somebody's hands on earth that aren't working properly. There's arthritis or some kind of, I feel it's a bit more than arthritis, where the fingers aren't straightening and they're having difficulty doing everyday tasks as well. So he's talking about what's happening around you. He's also talking about the dodgy tap, but he's smiling and he's laughing. So if it's not around you now, it must be a memory that you both share. But there's something about a very dodgy tap that you have to be very careful that the top didn't come off and water go everywhere. So there's something about not having it fixed for years. There's something about that he's going on about there. But he is laughing, and he's got this real deep chuckle of a laugh, and it's a little bit contagious around people as well. And he wants to bring more laughter into your life at the moment. Yeah, he's saying it's been a bit of a roller coaster, up and down, around and go. But that's slowing down, he's saying. So things are gradually changing for you. So Dawn, if you can understand this, let me know. Also, he's on about Easter being very significant, not just because of Easter. And Easter moves around, and this year it's the 19th and 20th, I think. It might be the 18th, 19th, 20th. But I know it's around there as well because it's my son's birthday. Yes, his sister had bad arthritis in her fingers. Yeah, okay. He's showing me a single medal, and the ribbon is red and blue and maybe black, the ribbon that it hangs off of. And that would be silver, the actual medal. Saying that's still here, very precious, and whoever has it honours it as well. So I hope you understand what he's talking about there. He's not telling me what it connects to, but he's talking about that there for you. And he's also talking about that he did have a deep chuckle. He's also talking about that you just need to have a little bit more time for yourself and relaxation. And he's talking about a younger girl around you, and that there's a lot of hive activity that goes on in her brain, and that it's almost like 1 minute we're going to do this, 1 minute we're going to do that. David is my dad, can take the tap. I can take everything from you. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Must have this young girl that's around you, that can take everything. That is spritting from one thing and has a whole load of energy and wants to do everything and got a thirst for life and knowledge and understand and wants to learn and just enjoy life. And he says that can be infectious, but it can be quite tiring too. But she will settle down, and she will settle down into a good career, is what he's telling me. So we are possibly about 14, 15, 16, around that age as well. But it's a very good energy to be around at the same time as it being wearing as well. But her mind is so active, and she's going to use that mind. My daughter, she has a lot going on, wonderful. But it's in a positive way as well. It's very positive in how her brain thinks as well. And he's given me that impression that she's got a logical brain that can turn and work things out very quickly and easily as well. There's also, there's also some kind of nursing background. When you go back into your family, that's in spirit. I've got a nurse that's in spirit as well. And I feel I want to be down somebody's mum's side with that. When they actually wore the capes, where the blue capes with the red crossovers, that kind of era with that nursing. So there. I'm asking, trying to decipher who I'm with. Okay. I do feel, was it Dawn? The other lady, yes, Dawn. I do feel I'm more drawn to you. But if the other lady can take the bits, please take the bits that are important to you. It's really important, because we can get crossovers. But I do feel I am actually drawn to Dawn there as well. I've got to also give you. Why are you giving me that? Do you not understand those stones, like they're they're stones pathways, and I've got a round one with a butterfly in. Been given that, and there's something else written underneath there. Oh, I feel it's believe or something, believe, and a butterfly. But he's like, I'm being given a stone, stepping stone. I hope one of you will understand that as well. I'm asking him if he's got anything else to say, but I just feel that I just need time, and it's very much about time is really being important to you at the moment. And there's a lot of looking back, but he's saying we need to concentrate on now instead of looking back. Oh, my daughter's older. You know, my daughter's older. Okay, all right. Well, whoever's got this stone with the butterfly in and believe, the word believe, that should be a connection point there as well. Take his love. Yeah, take his love. I've got a gentleman. Yes, my dad had them in his garden with different pictures on. Lovely. Okay. I've also got lots of sawdust around me, and I'm not sure I haven't moved on. So, Dawn, if you can't understand sawdust, and I want the sawdust like it's on windows as well. So this is a workroom I've been taken into, and I have got a lot of sawdust, and I work with wood. So I do feel I've moved on. So Dawn, take his love, and thank you for working with me. And I'm going to connect this man as well. Okay, I've got lots of wood, sawdust, fresh, and I've got the smell of the wood. I'm in a shed or a big work area that I just know that sawdust is everywhere, is on the windows, and it reminds me of my own dad's work shed where he would be messing about with his wood, and all the dust and everything would go up on the windows and be stuck there for however long. There's the smell of oil, as in the treatment of the oil there as well. So I've got a gentleman that would have been very good with his hands. He could have turned. I do wood turning. I've just seen him actually turning wood and on a lathe there. And I'm at my happiest. He would have worn goggles. He would have worn the eye protectors. So he was very safety conscious. But despite everything else with the sawdust, I feel very organized in here as well. Teresa, I think I've moved on from that. I know a man who done woodwork. Wayne, do you understand that it would have been stuck to the windows of the workshop, because he's shown me that specifically. And I feel those windows would have been a darker glazing, because he's shown me that I can't really see out. It's glazed and the bits are there. I've also got to give you a Derek there. So Derek is going to be around him. I'm not saying it's his name as well, but I was at my happiest when I was in this wood environment and being able to be creative and see a bit of wood turn from just a lump of wood, he's saying, and then see it turn into something really nice. And specifically, he's given me bowls here, seeing how he could make my friend's dad lovely. Okay, and but safety was very important to him as well, very important to him, and it must be important to you around you, because he's saying those words over and over again. Safety is really important as well, and he just wants to he's given me the feeling that towards the end of his life he was just weary, and I just feel weary and worn out and tired, and it was his time to go. In the nicest way, he's saying I was ready to go. Doesn't mean he didn't love those that he was leaving behind, and that's so important people understand that. But he was ready to pass over, and he's given me lots of aches and pains, so I know that there was lots going on with his body here. He's also saying he could be very serious at times, and people didn't know if he was joking or being serious, but he loved that because he could just carry on and get away with quite a lot of stuff without people realising what he was doing there as well. I've also heard Michael, so when you find one name, you'll find the other for me there, Wayne, if you understand the rest of this information. And I feel this is not close to the house with wherever he is, but he comes out and there's greenery around him. He's also given me, making me feel that I would have shrunk with age as well. I would have got really shrunk, and I feel that's the illness that he's given me here, that he would have shrunk in on himself too. And his eyes look tired, so I hope you understand why he's talking about this. January would be very important, and he's given me the 14th. So the 14th, around there, I can be a day or so out. Does anybody understand that?
There's nobody here at Wimbledon.
Okay, and Wayne's not communicating with me anymore, so do we think we've lost him?
Coming to time as well.
Okay, all right, shall I just give the message very quickly?
Yes, please do.
Right. Wayne, it's about experiencing life and what's around you, and he's coming back to smelling the wood and the chippings and everything, and actually appreciating what we've got, and that's really important for you right now. So the mind's been wandering as well, he's telling me, so take his love and really appreciate what's around you and not worrying about who you are in the future. And thank you for working with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful evening tonight. I believe you're working again. So
I am, yes. Thank
for
you.
your sins, well done. Well done. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning. Next Sunday's medium is Mr. Ivan Lee. Jackie and I won't be here, but Ivan will be here. And he'll probably need some help getting online, which I've asked Jim to help with if you can. And have a great Sunday, what's left of it. We've got a wonderful thing happening here Tuesday night, a new event with Dawn Collison. And I look forward to that. There's a lot going on with SPTV. Friends, stick to SPTV. Look what's going on and share that. And I'd like to thank Richard, our producer, for today's service. And I would now ask Sarah to close our meeting with prayer.
If you just join me in prayer, please. Divine and gracious Spirit, we thank you for the messages and the connections we have here this morning. We ask that you send any unused energy out into the universe, wherever it is needed, and that every leader of every nation has more compassion and understanding over the people they rule. Help guide them to make the right choices and the right decision and bring peace among us all. Allow each and every one of us to have a wonderful day and have a nice sleep this evening, to wake up feeling refreshed and energized for the week ahead. Amen.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Sarah, for this morning's service. I wish you well in the rest of your work as a medium. Richard, once again, thank you for production today. Ladies and gentlemen, both seen here at Wimbledon Church and you virtually, good morning, good afternoon, and have a wonderful week ahead. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.